Welcome to Beyond Unmanned, Day 5 of the National Drone Safety Awareness Week. I'm your host, Harry Seto, and I'm excited to introduce you to Riley Beaman, who is going to talk to you about how to use drones in STEM education.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Riley Beaman, and I'm the Vice President of AUVSI North Carolina, as well as the Director and Founder of the North Carolina Public Safety Drone Academy. This week, as you know, is National Drone Safety Awareness Week, and our team is coming to you throughout the week, just bringing some short clips on things, bringing awareness to drones, the safety and education portion of it. Today, my aspect is STEM education, and there's a lot of people that don't know exactly what STEM is, or if you've heard of STEM, you may not fully understand what STEM is all about. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The need for STEM programming and education developed out of the concern that our future generations may not be fully capable of tomorrow, the issues of tomorrow, the issues of economics and our industry. So STEM programming teaches innovation, creativity, critical thinking, problem solving, and collaboration among many other skills proven to lead success. Rather than teach the four disciplines as separate and discrete subjects, STEM integrates them into cohesive learning paradigms based on real-world scenarios and events. So why is STEM important and STEM education? Why is it important to our world and our society? And STEM education is integrated into our daily lives. We see it every day. It's important because it allows students to be exposed to various genres in science. It promotes technology, innovation, and creativity within a world that is constantly changing around us. Students are able to make connections between their school, home, their local communities, different states, different cities, globally. They're able to make connections between environment, wildlife, business, industry. They're able to put all this together. And they're also able and given the possibilities of looking at and solving worldwide issues, all the way from their community to globally. They're able to look at these issues. They're able to come up together with scenarios and possibilities to try to change these or address them at least. So they do all this through the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, which is, as we know, is STEM. So why are drones the perfect idea for STEM education? And when we talk about drones, we talk about STEM drones, STEM education drones, things that that are different, they're new, they're cutting edge, and drones are the perfect tool. In the world of STEM education, drones are an excellent and inexpensive tool to introduce students to building and maintaining new technology. The potential applications for drones in education are endless, making them the popular choice among classrooms around the world. You can take a drone and put them into numerous different kinds of scenarios. And even in those scenarios, you can combine and overlap into several different aspects. So there's endless possibilities for drone education in the classroom and through STEM, making it a perfect tool. Why drones and why now? Why do we need drones in STEM? Why should that be a program that we're focusing on, or a tool that we're focusing on in an educational platform globally or in your state, your local high school, your local middle school? And it's very simple. Here in North Carolina and globally, we continue to push the envelope in unmanned aviation through disaster response, medical package delivery, food delivery, the new ideas of transportation by drones, state infrastructure, soil and water conservation, not to mention the numerous aspects and outlets of public safety and emergency services. So now is the time to capitalize on drones and STEM education to prepare our youth for tomorrow and all the possibilities of unmanned aviation. So again, bringing that what we've been talking about so far, drones are going to be an unbelievable tool for this education. What can drones teach our students? Tons of different things. And I say that so broadly because there's so many different aspects that we could focus on that drones could bring into the classroom for our students, K through 12, university, community college settings. There's so many ideas. So we're just going to touch on just a handful. On the idea of STEM, you have the do-it-yourself drone building. and that provides analytical skill thinking. Through robotics, it brings apart the math aspect of the building process, the electronics component of it, of putting it together, chemistry, programming, along with flight training, and all the skills associated with flight training and hands-on flight capabilities. So that's just under do-it-yourself drone building. Land surveying and mapping is another industry, which teaches mathematical skills, mapping, topography, and the observation of environmental changes in wildlife, giving the student the hands-on capability to view real-world scenarios and factors through mapping, through nature, environmental changes, from monitoring wildlife. That's just another aspect of drones in STEM education. The big one, weather and disaster response. Right now, we're in the middle of hurricane season. There's been several different things that have come about this season already. Students can learn about weather while participating in preparedness exercises for disasters. They can determine evacuation routes, utilities that will be affected after storms or during storms, pre-planning efforts, and all the responses that will be needed for emergency services, state workers, their local communities. So all that is under weather and disaster response. Aviation and aeronautics. Students can learn the history of aviation, the theory of flight, and explore hands-on experimentation with the principles of vertical takeoff and landing. During this, again, they fall back under the sense of learning all about flight, what it takes to operate unmanned aerial vehicles, and all the things that we have started with manned aviation, and how that has really, really brought us into the unmanned world, and what we're doing as far as their local communities, our states, and globally. So under aviation and aeronautics, again, so many different aspects that you could focus on for STEM education. Environmental education. Students can use drones to learn about atmospheric science, learn about coastal erosion, climate change. Educators can also brainstorm and discuss ways drones can help environmental causes in the future. So again, putting the student in real world scenarios to where they can take environmental issues or issues that they are seeing in their areas or globally and try to come up with solutions or scenarios to solve those problems. The big one, laws, rules, and ethical debating. Now with drones, we know that there brings controversy. Students can learn those controversies surrounding drone use, explore all the pros and cons of drone use in the many different situations that they're utilized, and present positions on how they should be used and the laws that will govern them in the future. As we all know, we're tasked to learn our 107 and become efficient pilots. But that 107, again, is a license to learn. We take it and we learn the ethical ins and outs, the pros and cons, as we were saying. And we learn about all those laws and regulations that are going to be adopted and or changed and revised as we go throughout history. Right now, a prime example is beyond line of sight. That is something that was put in place in the beginning of drone use. And now as we explore the different capabilities of these drones, we see that now maybe we're okay to go beyond line of sight with certain measures. So now you're seeing a lot of industries, a lot of states that are getting waivers, and just one law, that is just one law that's being changed. So again, that STEM education, that tool being the drone, brings all this full circle, and where the students are able to experience so many different aspects of the world that they live in through drones. And again, these are just a handful of items and focus points that STEM education would bring with drone as the tool in the classroom. So with STEM education, who can help you? If you're an educator and you're watching this today, or you're a pilot, or you're a student, and you're interested in STEM education for unmanned, who is there to help? And to begin a STEM program or to adopt a drone curriculum into your existing STEM education, we encourage you to visit successful schools or institutions who are already utilizing these amazing tools in STEM education or in some form of educational programming. It doesn't necessarily have to be STEM programming. If you can find somebody that has an unbelievable drone program, talk to them, find out how they started that program. I know later in the week you're going to hear about drone programs and how to get those started. But visit those schools, talk to your educators, The other thing is here in North Carolina, and I know that other states and globally that they see the same thing, but here in North Carolina, we have an amazing amount of STEM support through our K-12 system, but the community college system and university system are also providing robust STEM programming and have unbelievable programs in place and are willing to partner with you as an individual, or at least, point you in the right direction. Partner with your school, your community college, maybe your university is interested in getting into STEM. But these partners are able to do a lot of amazing things, and all you have to do is ask. They are very eager to share. They are very eager to spend time with you. So again, STEM education and drones in STEM education are going to be the world of tomorrow. We're going to take this tool, or we have the capabilities of taking this tool and teaching our youth, our K-12, our community college students, our university students, and taking them by teaching with drones and putting them in new world, real world scenarios. So anything that you can think of, from the Jetsons flying around to, how that'll look with drone taxis, how that'll look with climate control and weather. So again, the drone is an unbelievable tool for STEM education. We encourage you to reach out to your local chapters. We encourage you to reach out to your states and educators to talk about STEM programming. Talk to your local high schools and middle schools about the options of bringing in a drone curriculum as part of your STEM education, or beginning STEM in general, overall, a STEM program. For more information, please feel free to reach out to us, reach out to myself. Our contact information is provided. And, just remember that, to use drones to introduce students to the world around them. We have all kinds of possibilities. They're endless. Tomorrow is the big unknown, but how amazing is it with the new technology that we have? Drones, again, are just one tool leading us into tomorrow. Thank you for your time. We hope you enjoy all the different events and different things that we're going to have for our National Drone Safety Awareness Week. And again, thank you for tuning in, and we hope you have a great week.
I hope you found this informative. Don't forget to join me tomorrow at the same time. So until then, like, subscribe, and share, and also follow us on Facebook. Remember, the future is within line of sight.